So why am I here today? So I'm here today to talk to you about life in general and life after college and some of the things that you might do to try to help align your actions better, right? Number one thing that I always like to ask people is this thing right here. Who will you replace? Right? Anybody ever ask you that? Huh? Right? You had heard it? Y'all hadn't heard it? So, when I ask you who will you replace, what I'm asking you is that everybody in society that you saw growing up, somebody in your generation is going to replace them. And you got to decide where you're going to fall at in that. And when I say that, I mean everybody. I mean somebody's going to replace the doctor, right? Somebody's going to be the lawyer out your generation, right? Somebody's going to be the dentist, right? But somebody also is going to be the crackhead. Somebody also is going to be the deadbeat daddy. Somebody else is going to be the deadbeat mama. Somebody else is going to be the person that works at the fast food place till they're 60 years old. All those things. Every one of your peers will replace the people you grew up seeing. Come on in. Come on, we're not going to fight. We're not scared. We still got room in you. Okay, so what I mean by that is who you replace. And everything that you're doing right now is important because you got to see what you're doing and whether or not your actions are lining up with which person you want to replace. If you want to replace a doctor, can you decide to not go to college and not do anything else? Nope. And if you look at any of the people that have negative outcomes on their life, do you think that was their plan 20 years ago? Huh? Do you think anybody at 18 years old said, all I want to do the rest of my life is flip burgers at McDonald's? Huh? Or did anybody at 18 years old say, all I want to do is be locked up for the next 25 years? Huh? Nobody said, hey, I want to be dead at 30. Nobody said that at 18, right? But does it happen to people?
Sometimes.
It does. All these things happen. Why? Because we might not even be putting our actions in line with the desired outcome that we want. So this is what I would tell you. If you go to the dealership right now and buy a car, right? You pay your money for the car, then they take the doors off of it before they give it to you and expect you to drive it home. Who wants that car? Huh? Anybody gonna be upset? Why? Huh? Okay. Why else?
Well, because.
Huh?
Well, because you want it, and then you want to be able to get around.
You still able to get around, just don't have no doors. That's not what I paid for, right? So, I paid for this thing of value, right? And I didn't receive all the value, right? Raise your hand if you think you're doing that right now. So, y'all didn't raise your hand. So, watch this. You're in college right now, right? You're paying to be trained and be prepared, right? To be able to leave here and go get a career. But how many of you are working extra with your professors? How many of you concentrating on network? How many of you are going over to the Career Development Center and talking with Dr. Simmons all the time? How many of you are working on internships? How many of you are taking the time to actually learn the information in class besides just getting a grade? See, for everyone who says that they're not doing all those things I named, you're spending money for something but not walking away with the total value of it. So you're buying the car and don't have the doors or anything else. Yes, the car still moves, but you're not getting the value. A lot of times in college, look, I went to the value. You're in class to get this grade, to get by, so you can get on to the next thing, so you can get a degree, so either your parents leave you alone, or so you can do the thing that you lying to yourself that you actually think you're going to do. But you hadn't done anything to line up with it, because we're leaving that value on the table. What do you think